Hello everyone, this is Rashid Saleem back again with another video series on Compose. So this series is for beginners who want to start development with the Compose. So the prerequisites for this series are that you should have Android Studio set up on your setup and you must have basic knowledge of Android app development. So with these things you are good to go with this series. And if you are a beginner and just want to start learning Compose, so that's okay. You just need to set up the Android development, and it will be uh, difficult to understand few things, but you can mm, familiarize with the thing with the concepts with the passage of time. So if you want to know how to set up the Android Studio development environment, so you can check the video linked in the description below. So let's start. The first question is, what is Compose? So according to the official documentation of Android, that it's an Android's recommended modern toolkit for building native UI. It simplifies and accelerates UI development on Android. Well, that's a good sentence, but it's not elaborate all the it not visualize the whole picture of that. So in simple term, I would say that it's another toolkit for building UI in Android, and it uses Kotlin language. And the next question would be, why we use it? So well, it's a new technology to make UI of the app. So whenever any new technology come, most of the time it provide a better way to do things and achieve things faster. So that's why we need to use it. And also it's Android's recommended, it's not any third party, it's an Android, although it's in third party, but it's recommended by Android. So the points uh, the benefits that the Compose provides us is that it's provide less coding. So do more with less code and avoid entire classes of bugs. So code is simple and easy to maintain. So okay, we have understand this point. So let's visualize this point with an example. That in views, we will compare this views and Compose, so it will make us better to understand the concept here. So in views, we want to let's suppose in views we want to show an item in a list. So we need to make a list view, a list item, and list adapter. And the list adapter, which contains items view binding, and also contains the data that we want to show in the list, and the different events in the adapter, and pass it to the views. Okay, so there are a lot of things we need to do here to show this show the list of messages to the user. So next, let's see how we can achieve in Compose. So in Compose, as we already know, that we have the list of data in our view model. In the view, in case of view, we also have our data in view model. So we need to pass that list of components, list of items, and it will we need to pass that data to the Compose component, and it will render the items, and also pass the events back to view models. Events are like user click on any item or user long press on any item. These are the events, UI events, which will come from the user and pass it to the view model. So here is the simple example which is taken from the official documentation. Like Here we want to show the messages list. So in Compose we have a components. Don't afraid if you are not familiar with the syntax of the Compose component, but it's most likely same as you write the Kotlin code in your existing view models or activities which you are already done. Maybe you have already done multiple times. So here we have a message list which is a compose component. We have annotated with add composable. So it take a list of message, and in which we use column and message row to render that list to the user. So here, as you can see here, where there is not much any kind of binding involves, no adapters needed. We just have data which is coming from our view model, and we are rendering list to the user. So this is the first point, that it's allows us to achieve things with less code. And the next is intuitive. So Compose uses a declarative API, which means that all you need to do is describe your UI and Compose take care of rest. So this means that we don't need to maintain two different files to show any UI to the user. Like in case of views, we have a separate file for view which is in XML, and a separate file to manage or like activity or fragment, which will manage the things like what we need to show, what will happen if we user click on any item. Then in the views we need to maintain the logic in two different files. Like in view we will show the visual presentation to the user, and in the activity or fragment we will maintain the code which will show or hide or modify different kind of UI elements based on the certain conditions. So in Compose we only have we will manage all kind of things in a one file. It means it doesn't mean that it will make more complex, but it make easy in this case. So you will better understand this concept when we start doing making UI components in Compose. And the next point is accelerate development. Compose is compatible with all of your existing code. It's means that you don't have to make a new project from if you are working on an existing project, so you don't have to make a new project from scratch and do all the new stuff in Compose as well as old stuff. But it's not like that. It's also provide you the easiness that you can use Compose code in your views, or you can also use views in your Compose components. And it's also compatible with navigation views. Kotlin coroutines work with Compose, so all the required things which are needed for the development are already compatible with Compose. And also it provide you live preview support in Android Studio. So this is the best thing that I consider in the Compose, is that if you are working on any component or any screen, so you don't have to run your app in your physical or emulated device to see the any change effect which you are making. You can directly see a live preview of your component or screen in the Android Studio. Also you can run that component or screen directly to your Android device without running the whole app. So this is the major benefits that Compose provides us, and it will also accelerate the development process. So the next is it's powerful. So what is meant by powerful? It means that Compose enables you to create beautiful app with direct access to Android platform APIs and built-in support for material design, dark theme, animation, and more. So it means that most of the things that we are available in Vue are also available in Compose with a more modern approach. So this is it for this video. So we will start working hands-on experience on different Compose components in the next video. So see you in the next video. Bye.